Why are they coming crazy, bro? Homer. What's good, ladies and gentlemen? We're here back with another Satanic Sunday. Yo, what's goody, ladies and gentlemen? Ladies and gentlemen, today we're back with another freaking banger for y'all. Until you know what I'm saying, we're back with another Satanic Sunday. I got a guest here. State your name, ID, date, birthday, zip code, everything. Yep. All right. So my name's Marcellus. You know, you better get in. Zip code? Nah, none of that. All right. All right. Well, how was this made 16 years ago, chat? I really don't know. The first video we got, ladies and gentlemen, chainsaw made by Takena. You know, we don't fold around here. Yeah, we don't play, bro. Don't trip. Let's get straight into this goddamn video. What's going on? She's just staring deep into the window. Oh my, it's a cute little bird. It's a cute little birdie. Wait, is that the same made for a different person? Oh, it looks like it's so quiet. Oh, this is fun. Whoa. Hey, yeah. What's going on? What's going on, bro? Yo! Are we about to see some nudity? Yo! Who's banging on the door? Blow my stuff. Yo, here's what I get a show, bro. They sold him. Y'all be mad if I get sold like that. I could have it. What the freak? Why did he spell it like that? Hold on a sec. What's gonna say? Who's they? Where your shoes at, young? Oh, she looks dead already. They are coming. What's going on? What the heck? Yo. Close that door already. Yo, bro. Just down the table. Yeah, man. Honestly, just get the furniture dirty while you're at it, you know? Yeah, just get it done, man. Yo, chill. All her in the chat. Yo, that's crazy. Yo. Oh, and she just face palm right into that junk. Oh, no. That's crazy. Is that his wife or something? Who's coming? Why would he just do that? But he just took a sip of his coffee. No, bro, I'm just not going to see that. Bro, who's they? Is the door closed? Bro, she's tired. What are you doing, bro? She's cut. Bro is touching her like paws, like she's freaking alive. Bro, she's gonna smack it with the broom. South side of the broom is crazy. Yeah, south side of the broom is crazy. Oh, yeah, I'll see it. Yo, listen, is it? Oh, buddy's cooked. His arm is like. Now he's gonna be a zombie. Girls cooked. But he just jumping right back out. She just smacked him with the freaking lamp, bro. Oh my god. Yo. She's got cooked that one headbutt, bro. Oh. What the she done? She dead? She gotta become a zombie. No, bro, she can't become a zombie. She didn't even get bitten or something. I don't know, bro. She's not a zombie.
She's gonna grab a chainsaw and start.
Where are we going? Where's the kid at and the other guy? Oh, she pulled out the chainsaw.
Some slight like that.
This is Luigi?
No, she lost.
She's playing Luigi. He's smart on his own. He's curved. I like the curve on it. Oh, that's literally Luigi. Look at that. Yo, these claymation videos are crazy, bro. Like, they can show whatever they want, bro. This is not real. Bro, no way she just...
How was the guy not a zombie, though?
You know, I really don't know.
He got bit.
There's not much to say here, but other than what the flip, dude, you know what I'm saying?
It's like no context.
Yeah, I don't even know what the freak just happened, but hey, let's just skedoodle our way on to the next
They're
video.
coming.
Like I said before, let's just skedoodle our way on to the next video. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the next video we got is the Simpsons Couch Gag, Part 1. By Lee Hardcastle. As you already know, Lee Hardcastle, the one who made that toilet video, the junk that freaked me out, Hopefully this one's another banger. So, let's get straight into this junk. Kind of rock with the song. Oh, look at them all on the couch, watching TV. It's a calm, low day. Oh, whoa! March feeling a little freaky. Hold on a second. Who is this? Yo. Yo. Why are they coming crazy, bro? Homer. Yo. Marge. No, Lisa. Yo, she's just watching this happen. honestly, I have no words. Next video. The next video we got is by Horror Shorts Party. I know it's been a while since we reacted to him. I think our first Satanic Sunday was actually based on these guys. But basically, we got 3 SpongeBob conspiracy horror short animated. But we're only gonna react to like 1 or 2. We'll see. But you know, let's get straight into this.
The next story is based on a SpongeBob conspiracy that's been floating around the internet for quite some time now. Of course, we couldn't make a SpongeBob video without animating such a thing, as the legendary tale behind the secret formula of the Krabby Patty is portrayed as highly confidential in the show itself. The next story discloses this disturbing revelation, and may make SpongeBob fans never look at Krabby Patties the same way again. I've been hired as a full-time cook for well over a decade now. More specific, I work at a restaurant called the Krusty Krab. It's the local hotspot in Bikini Bottom where the masses come to eat. And on top of that, it's how I make a living. Frying Krabby Patties all day just to get paid less than minimum wage and satisfy my cheapskate boss, Mr. Krabs. But despite being the main chef in the kitchen, I still don't know what the hell's in the secret formula. I mean, I know every ingredient of a Krabby Patty. It's just there's something more to it that's been kept confidential and keeps the well-oiled machine of a business afloat. One day, I was doing the usual routine of cooking an order of Krabby Patties for some customers. I decided to peep through the kitchen window and holler at the other staff member who goes by the name Squidward. I get the usual reply of a hefty sigh as he said, "What is it, SpongeBob?" "Well, nothing really. I just thought we could have a little chat." "About what? Don't you have Krabby Patties to cook?" "Ever heard of multitasking? I can cook these patties while talking to you." "Leave me alone, SpongeBob, or I'll shove my nose up your— No, wait, just hear me out. What do you know about Krabby Patties?" Squidward raised an eyebrow and said, "What do you mean, SpongeBob?" "Well, you know what I'm talking about. The secret formula." Squidward laughed and replied, "So what if I know the secret formula? I'm not sharing it with anyone." "You're bluffing. Nobody knows the secret formula except Mr. Krabs." "Oh yeah, SpongeBob? Then why are you asking me in the first place?" "I was just wondering if you know anything about the safe where Mr. Krab keeps... you know what." "And what exactly do I keep inside me safe, SpongeBob?" A voice so eerily familiar came from behind. "Mr. Krabs! Sponge me, boy! Don't tell me you've been persuaded by our little competitor to do his dirty work." I gulped, anxiety filling my throat. "No, sir. My loyalty only belongs to you." His eyes seemed to penetrate my entire body. Then, moments later, he began showing off his claws, and with a smirk he said, "We shall see about that. Now get back to work!" Squidward and I nodded as we returned to our tasks, wary of Mr. Krabs, who continued to glare at me for being nosy. After work, I was called to Mr. Krabs' office, anticipating the likelihood that I would get fired. And so, before turning the knob, I took a deep breath, hoping Mr. Krabs could forgive me. Then, when I opened the door, no one was there. Instead, all I saw was a Krabby Patty on his desk, which I approached reluctantly. As I reached out for the burger, I was startled by the sound of pincers. So glancing behind me,
I got so frustrated with ads on YouTube, I was watching more commercials than content. Privacy ad...
I saw Mr. Krab move his claws in a threatening gesture. "You seem a little jumpy there, lad. It's like you have something up your sleeves," he said as he scanned my every move. To let him know I wasn't guilty of anything, I made a futile attempt to laugh and pretend he was just teasing. However, Mr. Krabs remained straight-faced the entire time, so I pleaded for my position. "Mr. Krabs, I'm sorry for being so curious. It's not what you think. I never intended to steal and sell off your secret formula to anyone. It's just I've been working here for so long and I wanted to know what makes your burger so perfect." "So, you want to know out of admiration?" "Yes, sir. Absolutely. That's all and nothing more. So, please don't fire me." I slouched as I begged for mercy. "Oh, trust me, SpongeBob. Getting fired would be the least of your worries," Mr. Krabs replied while picking up the burger from the table. "But I can't blame you for being enticed, so I'll let you off with a warning this time. But if you do it again, I may not be so generous, boy." I repeatedly nodded, grateful for the second chance he had given me. "No problem, Mr. Krabs. I'll never speak of it again, here or anywhere else, I swear." "You swear on your life, me lad?" "Yes, sir," I said confidently. "Good. So we have a deal then? He replied in a voice so deep that it sounded like it had come from the underworld. As I went to work the following day, I caught a fish peeking from behind a rock, stealthily taking pictures of the crusty crab. Immediately, I advanced toward him and pinned him down, demanding an explanation. Hey, you! If you're here on behalf of Plankton, I'm going to— No, wait! You work there, don't you? You gotta get out of there as soon as you can! The deranged fish said. What? Why? I asked, still convinced this could be one of Plankton's schemes. Perhaps, if you ask his daughter, you would know. The fish replied, looking anxious. Then, in the blink of an eye, he sprinted away and never turned back. His words stuck in my head. So, with my curiosity incessantly growing, I felt the urge to speak with Mr. Krabs' daughter, who went by the name Pearl. I waited for my shift to end. Then while Mr. Krabs was busy on the phone, I had a little chat with Pearl and asked, Hey, how you doing, Pearl?
I'm good, SpongeBob. Thanks for asking.
She replied as she batted her eyelashes. So I know it's strange to be asking you a personal question, but I was just wondering, how did you and Mr. Krabs first meet?
Oh, well, I just remember being very poor back then. But when Dad took me in, I began to live a life of abundance and comfort.
She said, a hint of gratitude in her voice. When Mr. Krabs wrapped up his call, I asked him something similar, to which he responded aggressively. Me lad, why the hell are you so interested in me personal life? Something smells fishy about you, boy. That's probably because I had a sleepover at Patrick's house. But anyway, I'm sorry, sir, I was just— SpongeBob, if you ask me one more question about me daughter, the secret formula, or anything that doesn't involve cooking Krabby Patties, you're dead. He ended our conversation and locked himself in the office. However, as I stood there, thinking of the fish who warned me earlier that day, I felt the need to uncover the truth. So the following night, as my shift finally ended, I inspected Mr. Krabs' office while he and his daughter were enjoying a meal in the restaurant's dining area. I sneaked in quietly when all of a sudden, I heard loud footsteps approaching the office. I concealed myself underneath the desk, wary of Mr. Krabs' humming. Then, when he finally left the office, I went across the room searching for clues. And then, I found bloody duffel bags in the closet. Unzipping them, I gasped at the sight of dismembered bodies, and it didn't take long for me to realize they were whales. That's when it made sense to me. The reason why Pearl didn't know what happened to her biological parents, and why the Krabby Patties tasted so good. Mr. Krabs had killed Pearl's parents, and used their remains as part of the Krabby Patties to feed the masses. I now know why they call it the secret formula, and how old Mr. Krabs is one sick bastard. Not only did he profit off the dead whales for his wealth, but he also adopted the daughter of the deceased. I guess that explains why he's a crab and she's a whale.
No. SpongeBob? What's wrong with you?
The next story is one of the most bizarre cases on the internet. A real-life SpongeBob nightmare that went down on September of 2021. The details are pretty disturbing, so we decided to change the narrative slightly and create an animation inspired by the event. For all the SpongeBob fans, sorry in advance. My mother and I shared many fond memories together. From time to time, we would watch Jimmy Neutron and the Fairly Odd Parents on Nickelodeon. However, after putting me to bed, I'd walk downstairs and sneak up behind her couch as she watched every known chick flick movie on Netflix. One day, the TV listings changed, and we started watching SpongeBob a lot more during the weekends, to which I laughed every now and then saying, "This is hilarious, isn't it, Mom?" I was often met by silent treatment and at other times, a faint chuckle. Then, gazing at her, I noticed how her eyes were always glued to the screen, enthralled by comical exchanges of sea creatures in casual human attires. And it only got weirder in the days that followed. What used to be a lot of rom-com turned into a late-night series of SpongeBob, where she often sat too close to the TV, eating popcorn like some kind of lunatic. Then, she'd laugh with exaggerated tones while scattering the popcorn and spilling the beer on the floor. On most days, she'd call in sick and stay home just to watch SpongeBob. So I would unplug the TV, and she would throw a tantrum before plugging it back in.
Don't you dare turn the TV off when it's time for SpongeBob! This is my house, you little brat!
She said, gritting her teeth. Hesitant, I told her, "Don't you have work tomorrow? It's time for bed." Her anger vanished abruptly as her head slowly turned to face me. The person in front of me was no longer the mother I'd always known. I couldn't pinpoint what it was, but something was off. And in the silence lingering between us, I stood still, immobilized by fear. Glaring at me with eyes I'd never seen before, she replied,
SpongeBob was right. You did sneak up behind me every night, didn't you?
Bewildered, I asked, What do you mean by that? She wasn't making any sense, and I was deeply disturbed by my mother's sudden transformation. Although it was true that I did sneak up behind her, I didn't understand how SpongeBob was a variable in the situation. Her expression changed in a second as she gazed upon the still image of SpongeBob on the screen, his eyes looking directly at her, and moments later, at me.
Yes, that's right, SpongeBob.
She said gradually with a smile as she sauntered toward me.
It's time to tuck you in, little man. And this time, I'll tuck you in really good.
I'd never felt more afraid in my entire life.
Dr. Herb Conaway, a record of delivering for New Jersey. Herb took on MAGA extremists to protect.
So in a split second, I dashed toward the stairs, hearing her footsteps quickly catching up to me. We scurried all the way up, and when I finally reached my room, I slammed the door, crippled by sheer terror. However, seconds before closing it, I caught a glimpse of that menacing grin. And so not a moment sooner, she began banging on the door. Luckily, I secured the lock before hiding myself inside the closet, where I waited desperately for sunrise to come. Unfortunately, my head kept bobbing as I fought to stay awake. Then, when the banging eventually subsided, I finally passed out. That's when I began to see SpongeBob in my dreams. But this wasn't any ordinary SpongeBob. He looked crazed, demented, and he was stabbing Sandy Cheeks with a knife. As I got closer for a better look, I then realized that the person in the astronaut suit wasn't Sandy. It was me.
Are you ready, little man? I can't hear you. I know I am. Ah!
He said in a high-pitched layered voice that sent chills down my spine. I awoken from my haze, got out of the closet, and made a run for it down the stairs, hoping I could reach the door before my mother had the chance to stop me. Then, as I swung the door open, I was pleasantly surprised to see my aunt's face.
Long time no see. Look who's come to play.
She said as my cousin bolted in the house with his toys. And although I was thrilled to see them, a part of me wanted them to drive away.
Aunt Olivia, why are you here? You can't be here right now.
What are you saying? Your mom invited us here. Is something wrong?
My aunt's gaze was that of concern. However, I didn't know how to tell her, considering I couldn't believe it myself.
Well, you see...
Just when I was about to tell her what had happened last night, my mother ran to her and wrapped her arms in a welcoming hug.
I'm so glad you could make it.
My mother said with the sultry sound of her voice. At that moment, I began to doubt myself. I thought perhaps it had all just been a nightmare and nothing else. As the hours passed, nothing seemed to be out of the ordinary, and my anxiety slowly dissipated. Playing hide and seek with my cousin, I concealed myself in my mom's closet. As my mother entered the room, I saw her talking to a framed portrait of SpongeBob on the wall, caressing it as she said,
Tonight. Yes, dear. It'll happen tonight.
That's when it was confirmed that the incident that happened earlier wasn't a dream. My mom was more than likely a deranged psycho infatuated with some eerie SpongeBob fantasy. As soon as she left the room, I turned out the lights to the bedroom and called out to my cousin who was hiding under the bed. I told him everything and regretted it immediately afterwards. He ran to his mom crying a river of tears.
What's the matter?
Aunt Olivia asked, giving him a gentle pat on the back. My cousin pointed at me and said,
He told me that SpongeBob was evil and that we had to leave now.
Come on, honey. You don't get to see your cousins often, so don't be so rude.
My mother said without losing her composure. I didn't know what else to do, so I apologized and we went back to playing games. But as darkness filled the skies, we heard a loud thud emanating from the living room below us.
What the hell was that?
My cousin whispered. I don't know, but I intend to find out. Follow me and stay quiet, all right? I said, choking on my words as my heart throbbed. Scaling down the stairs, we could hear someone talking, and it sounded like my mother's voice.
Oh, SpongeBob, this would be perfect for dinner. I'm ready. 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 I'm ready.
Peeking behind the wall, I gagged at the sight of blood blanketing the floor. Then, when my cousin saw my aunt's lifeless body, he screamed, catching my mother's attention.
Who's ready for some Krabby Patties?
Without a moment to waste, we scrammed, exiting through the front door until one of our neighbors noticed our cries for help and came to our aid. When the police arrived, They found on Olivia's dismembered body on the floor. My mother was then taken into custody as I was forced to live with my cousin and his father. To this day, I still see news articles using my mother's testimony in court which read, "SpongeBob made me do it." I severely regret that I ever watched an episode of SpongeBob with her.
Yo, so this was based on a true story? Yo, I thought they were trolling by these 3 SpongeBob conspiracy theories. But they're actually real. So you're telling me some lady went off killing people because SpongeBob told her to do it? What kind of crazy shit am I hearing right now? What? Honestly, I think that's enough crazy stuff for today's video. I really hope you guys did enjoy. Make sure to leave a like and freaking subscribe if you did enjoy. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.